Hello, my G's, and welcome back to G Free with Friends and Family. Today, we're going to go a little simple. I know I make complicated things easy, but we're not doing that today. Today, we're just strictly simple. I'm going to make a simple breakfast, one that gave me fond memories of my childhood. So come with me to the kitchen, and we'll get started. Okay, G's, now I'm going to show you how to make perfectly scrambled eggs. I'm going to crack 2 eggs. I'm going to put the butter in the pan. I'm going to scramble the eggs. You can beat them with a whisk or you can beat them with a fork. Doesn't really matter. And then turn this on a low flame. Smell the butter. And here's what makes the eggs fluffy and light, which is what you want in a scrambled egg. You pour a bit of water in it. I'd say, about a tablespoon of water. And you can use water or you can use milk as long as it's cold. That's the key, a cold liquid you beat into the scrambled eggs. And you can beat them until the butter melts, because it's the cool liquid and the air that you whip into the eggs that's going to make them light and fluffy. Okay. And you test the pan. See if it's ready. Yep, it's ready. And you pour your eggs in. And then as you see the egg cooking, you kind of just lift it from the edges. Some people like to stir it around in the pan, but I don't like that, because then you have little choppy pieces of egg. And I mean, it's all your preference. You could do it however you like, but I like my eggs a little more whole. And you just let it cook and move it around. And now is the time if you're going to add a little seasoning to your eggs. I like to add mine now as opposed to when it gets on my plate, because in my mind, you add less. Okay. These are about done for me. So I'm going to plate them up and meet you in the studio. So my scrambled eggs and biscuit are done. And I'll give you a look at it. Ah, nice. And this is like one of the simple breakfasts that I remember from my childhood. And biscuits are easy to make. They're just butter and flour, really. And I always like my biscuits with a little something sweet. Usually it's jelly. I need more butter. But today I'm gonna have a little honey on my biscuits. I'm tempted to have it plain, but no, I'll do the honey. This looks so good. Just a little honey. For some reason, this honey is very sweet. The raw honey, ooh, mixed in with that butter is going to be so good. It's like dripping. Over here. Let you get a look at that. So good. I love biscuits. Claire, I wish you were here. Because I know you like my biscuits too. This is good. Sometimes you just want to have a little something simple, and this definitely brings back memories of my childhood. My dad taught me how to make the scrambled eggs with the milk or the water. And I used to watch him a lot. Like, he definitely taught me how to crack an egg with one hand. But as for making scrambled eggs, he didn't know I was watching him. And I remember when he started getting sick, I'd go over and I'd cook for him. So I asked him what he wanted to eat. He's like, scrambled eggs. And then he's complaining because now he's a crotchety old man, you know. He's like, I know you're going to make them hard. I know you don't know how to make scrambled eggs. And then I didn't say anything. I just made them and I gave them to him. And I'm like, are they good? And he's like, yeah, they're pretty good. Like, he was surprised. But I pay attention. I always pay attention. I was like a sponge. You know, a lot of things that I learned about cooking from my parents were not really in the lessons that they taught me. It was just observation. Because I think my mother was like me. She didn't really like anybody in the kitchen with her. And my father the same. I've never seen them cook together, which I personally think is a lot of fun. But never saw them in the kitchen together. It was either he was in the kitchen or she was in the kitchen. But not at the same time. And yeah, I just watched a lot. Yeah. Hmm. I should have brought my water in with me, but I did not. I'm too lazy to get up and get it. Yeah, I usually go for the cheesy eggs, but sometimes simple flavors are good. They're still flavorful, but it's just less complex. And I don't know. To me, like with the egg, you can taste it even more. And I like eggs, so you can really taste the egg in a plain, simple scrambled egg, and it's good. And this honey dripping, butter dripping biscuit, oh my goodness, so good. Mmm, nice. So don't forget, in order to get your scrambled eggs light and fluffy, you need a cold liquid. Any kind of milk you drink, it doesn't matter. Almonds, as long as it's not sweetened. Almonds, regular milk, and you can even use water like I just used. The cold liquid, and whip it a lot to get that air in there. Medium heat, because you don't want the butter to burn. And yeah, and butter. I mean, you can cook it in vegetable oil if you like, but scrambling an egg in butter, that does it for me. Mm. And you can use vegan butter. You don't have to use, and the same with your biscuits. You don't have to use dairy butter, but that's what I had in my refrigerator. I mean, you're eating eggs, so it doesn't really make a difference, but eggs are not vegan, but you know, you can do it with just eggs, which are vegan, but they're not really gluten free. Because I don't know, on their site it says something about the way they're processed, that they're not gluten free. So, I mean, you can make this a vegan meal if you like. If those are your dietary restrictions. Mm, yeah. This was yummy and enjoyable, and it gave me fond memories. Hmm. So enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget to count your blessings. Be a blessing to somebody else, and be kind to yourself. Until next time.